Most of us know instinctively whether we're welcome somewhere or not. I wonder if, like me, you've been somewhere for something to eat or drink and the food or drink arrives, but it's served with a scowl or a grump. It doesn't matter how nice the food or drink is, somehow if it's not been served with a genuine sense of hospitality, we really don't feel welcome. Hospitality is really about whether we have a sense that the people who are welcoming us really want us there or not. There's an interesting encounter in Luke's Gospel where Luke tells us about Jesus having been invited to Simon's house. Simon at the time was a Pharisee, one of the religious bigwigs of the day, and he invites Jesus to his home for a feast, for a meal. But it seems, Luke tells us, that Simon doesn't give Jesus all the usual courtesies that a good host should and would have done. And yet in the middle of this meal, a woman comes into the feast. And Luke tells us that this woman has something of a reputation in the community. He tells us that people seem to know she's lived a sinful life. And this woman comes in and she anoints Jesus' head with oil. She wipes his feet with her hair. She cries over him with thankfulness for the difference that Jesus has made in her life. Jesus must have found this irregular and perhaps a bit uncomfortable, and yet he allows this to happen almost as a way of welcoming the woman. It's a lovely worked example that Luke points out for us. Simon hasn't welcomed Jesus, but Jesus has welcomed the woman. I've been privileged to visit the churches in the community of Maklasani in South Africa, and many of the people who are visited in terms of material wealth have a much more modest status than we might have had in other parts of the world. And yet their welcome has been out of this world. It's been breathtaking. They've been generous and genuinely communicated how precious it was for them to welcome me and others into their homes. Their hospitality and their welcome was out of this world. For us, in our churches and in our communities, there are things that we can do to help those who are new to genuinely feel welcome. It's about getting an understanding of what it's like to be someone new in a place that they haven't been to before. That's going to be quite costly because it might mean some changes. So do we really want that? Or do we just want to keep the regulars happy? And hospitality is a gift, and it's a gift that grows the more we use it and share it. And as we become more hospitable people, our churches and communities will become more hospitable too. Maybe the first step on the road is a prayer. Lord God, thank you that you welcome us with open arms. Help us to be like you in our welcome and in the hospitality that we share.